Hi everyone, this is Tracy from We Craft at Home, and this is the March Christmas prep. And as you can see, it's the Pinflair Gingerbread Cottage. Now the reason that I've decided to do it in March is because I think it will also make an excellent Easter cottage. You could fill the basket with eggs, swap the gingerbread men, cut out some cardboard rabbits, do some little flowers. You know, you could really Easter it up, and then put the Christmas decorations on, ready for Christmas. So as always, you get the instructions and everything inside, and as always I'm doing it with the material, but you can do it with card. So with this one you do get the gingerbread men, you get loads of sweets, which will also be fine for Easter, so they could stick on. So this is the door. Mind you, it's really only the candy cane that's Christmassy, but if you didn't want that one you could draw around it and just do plain wood or whatever you fancy doing. But them sheets you get with it. And then the instructions are good as always. I've lost the first sheet. Of course I have. So this one can get complicated if you don't take care. I found it much easier, this one. You know, I've done a few. This one I found it easier if you've got the space to lay the material out and put all the bits on the material to make sure that you're cutting it the right way and doing the right thing, because there's a lot of some light, some dark. It may get confusing, so it was a lot easier to cut it all out and cover it before I started, and that is how I have done it. So I've covered all my pieces already. I haven't videoed any of that because I didn't think you really needed to actually see me do it, but they're all here. I did have material left. I would still cover it all first and make sure you've got all your bits. For me, that was the easiest way to do it. There's a lot of bits. I did get this originally for Christmas, but I did not get that far. So as you can see, I've covered everything. So the neat parts on the outside. This is the base. Okay, time for me to make a confession. I had already done most of the video of putting the house together before I realised that I had made a big mistake. And what I had done, I had got the sides of the house confused with the base of the roof. So they're two squares of completely different sizes, and I'd done the fatal error of not checking my sizes with the ruler before I started, and so as you can see I had to take the house apart and swap over the squares for the roof and the squares for the house. The good news is making that mistake did not affect the stability of the house and everything. So I'm going to start again doing it right, apart from the bits that I didn't need to start again. So I'm not going to show you the roof again because it's the same thing. I just had to swap over the squares, and I'll show you when I get there. So the first part is sticking it on the base. Now you can do it any way you like. You can do it So the house is facing that way or that way. I'm going with this way because I want to go with the Easter theme and put some rabbits and grass at the front, possibly grass. Not sure yet. So these are the actual sides of the house that I almost completely messed up. I've managed to save it because I had enough material to cover one side, and then the lighter colour can go on the inside. Hopefully it won't look too bad. So I always say measure the sides, make sure everything is the right size and lay it out, and then I'm the one that made the mistake. But hopefully, because I've done it, you guys won't. So I have to do 3 sides of the side. Forgive my scan and cut in the background. I've decided to do a fence to go round it, so it's just cutting that out for me. So all you're doing is literally putting glue on the bottoms and sticking them together. See, I've got dried glue on here where I've had to take it off and put it back on. So it tells you to stick the house together and then stick it to the base. I've just been doing directly to the base. Make sure you stick it the right way round as well, because you only want glue on 3 sides. Right, so once you've done that, the next bit is actually the roof. I'm just gonna... The reason the windows are already on is because, like I said, I'd got that far. So then the next bit is the roof, and the first bit, well, you'll see in a minute, but I'm going to show you the finished roof, and you can see my botched job on this as well. So I didn't have enough material to completely cover the 2 sides, so I've just made the join, because then you're joining together, and all I could do was sort of patch it like that, because when I got to this bit and finished it, it didn't fit the house, and it took me a while to work out it was because I had done it so very wrong, and now it's perfect and it fits on. So the next bit is showing you how to do the roof. So all it says is glue along the straight edge of the roof tile segments so that you can push the end of sweet wrappers and things under the wavy part. So I get what they're saying, so just glue this end. So we're gluing it there, but you just glue the end, so that if you want to lift up and push sweets underneath as you go up, you can. And you're going to stick the first one, as far as I know, level. That's what it looks like. Let's put this aside so I don't damage it. And do the roof here. There we go. So, the first one is there. Okay, so we don't want to stick the roof down because it's how you get to the box inside the sweet box. So I guess it just sits on the top like that. Oh yeah. Oh, cool. Oh, I like that. Right, so then the next bit, it says, using the light covered fabric, glue the eaves. Now there's 4 pieces, so you're sticking 2 together. You put the material on them all and then you stick 2 together. Glue the eaves to the front and the back of the roof. The best thing to do for that it's okay either way, is to glue that rather than trying to glue the edges of all the tiles. So I love the way they think about everything that's covered, so you don't see any uncovered card or anything like that. Okay, so this is obviously going to give you the right shape and everything, isn't it? Oh, I know. What about if we put it down like this? Stuck it on like that. There we go. Okay, that was a lot easier. Some of it is just common sense, isn't it? Okay, so now I'm just going to glue up the other one. If you're doing yours, give each piece time to dry. I know it can be a pain and it gets impatient. It's much harder for me to do that when I'm trying to do a video showing you step by step. Okay, so I'm gonna do it like this and turn it around. And there we go. So that means it's perfectly in the right shape now. So it says the eaves will give the perfect pitch for the roof. The side eaves. So that's these strips here. Okay, so I am putting it so that it's glued. Let me see if I can show you. I don't want to move it too much, but I'm going to put it so that it's glued like that. Okay, I think that'll be fine. And then we've got the chimney. Now, the book is hard to follow this, but there's 8 pieces altogether, and you need to do 4 together in a row like it shows, and then 4 separate pieces that stick the inside, so they're just a tiny bit smaller. So it says, for the chimney, cut 2 strips. So you need the dark fabric. Okay, so this is where you need to leave a 2mm gap between each one, because you're putting something inside as well, so it's going to be hard. So then, I'm hoping it's going to be alright of me moving it. We're going to stick it. Okay, so next the chimney, and it's just, they've even left the V for the roof. They're so carefully planned out, aren't they? I mean, I can't get enough of these kits. I'm driving everyone mad in the house with all the bits I've got now. Okay, so you're just going to stick that on. Actually, that probably keeps them down, so. And then once you've done that, you've got 4 little pieces that you're going to glue on the outside. Okay, so now I'm guessing the roof will just... Next is the windows. So you get 2 pieces, you cover them both and then stick them together. So here's window 1. Okay, so I've done something wrong again because they don't. So maybe I was right in the first place, because now it's not sitting on the house. Because it's meant to go right down and sit on here, but that's okay. Okay, so the next thing is the doors and windows. Shutters, the window shutters, sorry. So cover the back of the door so that you would use the pictures that you get with them. But I might leave it for a minute because, like I said, I'm considering doing an Easter version of this. So what you would normally do is have it so that it's open a little bit. So you'd glue it like that, maybe. Oh no, they've glued it so it's almost like that. In the picture it's like that, almost shut. But you could do it as open as you wanted it to, really. And the shutters, you glue in there where the window has got a little edge. So you'd be gluing it like that. But again, I haven't decorated the front because I'm not sure if I want, I want to think about doing Easter. But it's this, it's the same thing. You can use the paper embellishments to cover it, or just cut out another piece of card and use it however. So that is the main part of the house. I think I'm going to have to take the house apart again and put it back the way I had it so the roof will fit. That's my fault for getting ahead of myself. although the instructions didn't really say which way to do it, so I was a bit lost, I've got to be honest. Okay, so now the box. So you've got, for the box, you had some thick pieces and thin pieces of card. So it says, for the thick pieces, do dark fabric. And for the thin pieces, you do the light fabric. Glue the thick pieces of card on top of the base as shown below. So that's the base. And like we've done the house, you're going to glue them round like that. I'm guessing, I don't know what is... Okay, so the sides are the same width, so I'm guessing that's going to be like that. And then we're going to put glue down each side. Not as much as I've done. And that is going to go there, right to the edge. And I'm just going to do along the bottom of one of the sides. So what we're doing is sticking the handle in between the two layers of the box. Like that. I like to stick it quite far down because I know it's well and truly stuck. And then this bits, they all go on the inside. So for this, I am going to use the big one. Actually, have I got... Let's see, I'll use the middle one. So that's just literally gluing the whole area. Maybe put the bottom piece in before the handle so you don't bring the handle up. Okay, mine's come undone. I think I've gone a bit wrong somewhere and not stuck it properly. Oh, I can see where. So what I've done, I've left a little bit there. I don't know if you can see it. So there's a little lip that should have come right to the edge. So it just means that the rest of it doesn't want to fit. It's not the product, it's me. So you just see a tiny little thing that it was out of out of place and it just ruins the whole thing. I just hope I can fix it. Go. Sorry about that, guys. Well, at least you see you can fix a mistake. Last one. So once again, making sure the handle is firmly stuck into that. You don't want it falling out. And that is your little box. So that's really straightforward and simple, as long as you follow the measurements, of course. And there is your box. So I don't want to start pulling it yet because I haven't kept it glued enough. So what I was thinking, see, so now you've got your little cottage like that, and I was thinking make it Eastery, put some bunnies, maybe some grass with a picket fence. We've all got picket fence, whether it be dyes or SVGs. I know I have. I've actually got a video showing you how to make a picket fence if you from SVG. I'll put it up in the corner so that you can see it if you want to. Again, I made a little mistake, so you can see the roof doesn't quite sit on it, and that was probably in the beginning. I should have stuck with what I was doing. So I can fix that because I've already fixed it once, so I know I can do that. Yeah. And then you could take all that off and get it ready for Christmas. Like I said, for Christmas you've got all this. The sweets, the lollies, they're not going to matter either way. I say these are probably Christmassy, but you can still get away with it really. You've got loads of sweets there. You can just put them all over the place. They're not going to matter whether it's Easter or Christmas. And the gingerbread men, so I suppose they'd matter either, really, would they? I just think gingerbread men Christmas. Yeah, so very good for Easter as well. I hope you enjoyed that. Just one more quick shot I wanted to show you. The house is kind of finished. The windows, like I explained, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. Not the windows, the door. Yeah, and the window shutters, because I'm thinking of doing it Eastery. So I'll show you quickly that I have put a little fence around it with the door. I've glued the door open, but the fence goes all the way round, as you can see. And I just think that adds a little bit extra to it. I've just done it on my scan and cut. It didn't take long actually, and I'm really pleased with that. So now I'm just going to add a bit of grass and a few rabbits, and then in my roof I will put eggs for my grandchildren, because they live with me, so I can actually do it. Okay, well, please don't make the mistake I made. Please be careful when you are measuring your parts to make sure you have the right parts. You can write on them, on the bit that you're going to be covering, so that you know. I was just stupid and went ahead, and the result was I had to take it all apart and start again. The bright side is that I could take it apart and start again. That the Pinflair kits are strong enough to withhold that and still be good. So I am pleased with that. Okay. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.